Welcome to our Tortuga Laptop Backpack review. In this review, I'm gonna break it down, show you the pros and the cons, and if it's not the bag for you, stick around to the end where I'll give you some alternative recommendations that might better suit your needs. First up, let's talk about the gist of the Tortuga Laptop Backpack. Tortuga is not very creative with their naming, or should I say they're very simple with their naming. This is, as the name suggests, a laptop backpack. And it's very in line with the Tortuga ethos, comfort and durability for a very tech-savvy crowd. Some of the top features: the incredible Shell 200 exterior material, a quick access pocket on the top, sort of a half clamshell that gives you this foldable opening, which is getting kind of more popular in the bag world, beautiful cream-colored interior materials, a very comfortable shoulder strap situation, and an extremely unique laptop access situation that I'll have some words about a little bit later in this review. I'd say the style is kind of like urban techie combo. It's a 24-liter bag, which in my opinion is like a good size for a little bit larger of an everyday carry if you've got a lot of gear, or for a really small travel pack. Either your day pack that you go along with your suitcase with, or if you just want to go super minimalist for a weekend trip, that's what a bag this size is best for. The bag only comes in one color option, black. It comes in weighing a pretty impressive 2.1 pounds. This is the bag when it's empty, and this is the bag when it's fully packed out on me. For reference, I'm 5'8", and I'm gonna pack out this bag throughout the entire review so you can see exactly what it fits. All Tortuga products are covered by their lifetime warranty against any manufacturing defects. And for all that, the bag currently runs around $250 USD. And if at any point in this review you're like, $250 USD for this? It's a steal, it's a deal. I'm getting one. Then we do ask that you do so using the first link in the description. Reason being, that link makes sure that you get the best price, and we oftentimes have discount codes. But that link also helps to support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel, which we greatly appreciate. Thank you very much. All right, let's get into the details. Let's talk about the front of the Tortuga Laptop Backpack. We always start with branding, and I love Tortuga's branding on this bag. So we got the little Tortuga shell. Tortuga means turtle in Spanish. But aside from that, the word Tortuga cannot be found on the exterior of this bag. A lot of y'all out there like very anonymous bags, right? Nobody wants the big logo. It's a bold move, props to them for doing it. Next up, the material, which is probably, in my perspective, like one of the biggest reasons why you should get this bag. It's definitely one of the unique selling points. This material is Shell 200. And what that means is it's literally the exact same material that sailboats use for their sailcloth. It's 3-layered, it's 100% recycled, but most importantly, it's super light and just next level durable, right? You'd expect the sailcloth on a sailboat to really withstand the elements, and it can, and therefore so can this bag. It's a beautiful material, it feels amazing, it looks amazing, it's gonna keep your stuff well protected. It's one of the biggest unique selling points of this bag. I can't emphasize it enough. I love this material. At the bottom, we got an external lash point. You can use this to clip a carabiner on, carry things externally, water bottle or something. A couple more lash points up here. And then you notice on the side here, we got a little hidden zipper, and that leads to the side pocket. I'm a big fan of this pocket for a few reasons. Number one is the access. I am lazy, and I don't have to take my bag off and put it down and do all these different steps to get the things that I need. So this pocket is super accessible. You just swing the bag over, grab what you need, it's right there. I also like this pocket for the interior colors, right? Instead of choosing a black, making it difficult to find your stuff, they use this creamy, bright color, which helps to create a highlight effect. So if you got something down in the corner down there that you're trying to find, you can actually find it. It runs about this big, and it's just one space, no additional organization. And I like that because this space is it's a little tight, right? Like imagine if there was a bunch of pockets in there, it might just overcomplicate it, and it would compromise the amount of actual space that you'd have. And because of that, you can probably fit like bulkier things in there, like overhead headphones, my Sony 5s, right? Piece of cake. You can put like a tech pouch in there. That's my Day-Owl cord pouch. But because of the lack of the smaller pockets, the smaller things might just kind of get thrown around and lost in there. So for me, I think it's a good spot for my notebook. I'll throw a tech pouch in there as well. Things I want quick access to, nice and safe. And it should be noted that all the zippers on this pack, including this zipper, are YKK and PU coated. YKK makes the best zips in the game, and the PU coating helps it protect it even more against the elements. From there, we have a top pocket, but also before I get into the top pocket, while I do like the zips, they're super jingle bells. That can be a little frustrating sometimes. And I'm not crazy about the zipper pulls themselves. They're just kind of like a custom plastic. They've got a little bit of extra grip on them. I would have appreciated maybe like longer pull cords or something that has like a little knot at the end. I don't know, these zipper pulls, they're not doing it for me 100%. They get the job done, but you know, that's what this review is all about. I gotta be fair. And then on the top, now this top pocket's quite interesting because yet again, no internal organization. There's no little pockets for anything, but you do have a keychain, right? So we're gonna snap our keys into place and then throw a couple smaller things in here. For me, I'm gonna just throw a little battery, charging cord. But what's interesting is you see you have this mesh right here and the back of a zipper. That zipper is actually accessible from the middle. It's not really meant for you to go from front to middle with, but it's meant for you to go from middle to front with. I'll explain how in the next section and why. Next up, let's talk about the middle of the Tortuga Laptop Backpack. First up, both sides, we got water bottle holders. If you hear that sound, that is the sound of hydration enthusiasts across the world rejoicing at the fact that Tortuga included not one, but 2 water bottle holders, which is kind of becoming a rarity in like modern packs. These are basic water bottle holders. It's just like an elastic power mesh with a little pull tab on the top for extra grip. Let's test out a few different water bottles, shall we? I got a 16-ounce Lark. This will be no problemo. 23-ounce Columbia, absolutely perfect fit. And then I got a big boy, a 33-ounce water bottle, and you can see that's the beauty of that power mesh, is it really expands, giving you a lot of options on both sides. Very simple, but very well executed. Now let's jump into the middle. Yet again, 2 YKK PU-coated zippers. Might I add, they're lockable, so you can throw a lock on there and keep your stuff safe. And now here we have the opening. Now notice what's happening right now. For me, I'm a big fan of a full clamshell style opening bag. That's a bag where the zippers will come all the way down and it can just pop open, right? Like a suitcase. This is one of those half flaps. Bellroy's done a few of them, and in theory they work, but when you put things in this front pocket here, like my notebook, it's gonna compromise its ability to kind of open up. For the sake of this review, I'm gonna pull the stuff out of this pocket so you can see how it kind of works if you don't have bulky gear in there. And you can see we went from like minimalist nothingness in those other 2 pockets to holy effing moly, there's a lot of organization here. But let's start on this side first, because as I said, we have this mesh pocket which actually leads to the top pocket in the front, right? And just sometimes when you're in the main compartment, and you're like, oh, where's my wire? It's like, oh, that's right, I put it in the front. Instead of having to close this effer up and open the other one, it's just right there, nice, accessible. In the middle space, that's where your bulky stuff's gonna go, but let's talk about this back section first. And then I'll pack it all out so you can see how it works. This laptop compartment is large enough for a 16-inch MacBook Pro, and the tablet compartment is large enough for a 12.9-inch tablet. So my 13-inch MacBook Pro works no problemo, slides right in. This, as the name suggests, right, it's a laptop backpack. It's a gorgeous laptop compartment. This padding right here is beautiful, and they lined it with a microfiber material just to help it make it more scratch resistant. And honestly, it's like more like a psychological thing. It just feels nice. It also has a false bottom, so the laptop stops around here. So if you drop your bag, the laptop is less likely to get damaged. And then for the tablet, my iPad fits very smoothly in there. It feels well protected, it feels secure, and you can add additional security with this little Velcro strap. I think at the price point, the Velcro, it works, it gets the job done. But then we have other organization, right? And I'm gonna say I love some of it, and I'm confused by other parts of it. Right here, the perfect spot for a computer charger. Couple of pens in the pen slots. And then you got these 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets, which I personally am not a fan of. But for me personally, like, I'm just not gonna throw my business cards in a backpack. It just seems like a peculiar location for it. And it's very prescriptive, as in means like there's not a lot of other things you can put in card slot holder pockets. You know what I'm saying? But I'm curious, like for you, what would you put here? For me, I think another mesh pocket would have been nice so I could have my tech gear side by side. I'm just kind of a little OCD, and I like my tech stuff to be in a tech section, and then my non-tech stuff to sort of have the main compartment, right? But the one thing that this will sometimes screw you over with is accessibility. Grabbing your laptop can be difficult, especially when this bag gets packed out. Or is it? Or did Tortuga make a super cool feature that totally helps fight that? I will tell you soon. And although it looks like it's tight, the bag actually kind of buffs out a little bit. 24 liters goes a long way. It's not like a tight 15-liter bag. So for me, I'm gonna throw my other EDC gear into the bag. Got my big ass alpaca headphones case. I'm in love with this thing. Down jacket in case it gets cold. I'm actually using this for like my Muay Thai wrist pads, right? When I'm gonna go punch a bag for a couple hours. A tote, throw my notebook on top, and now we're talking. Okay, let's talk about the back of the Tortuga Laptop Backpack. First up, I've been teasing it, is the laptop access, okay? Which I'm a big fan of. Tortuga knocked it out of the park with this one. It's really interesting though. Because like I said, normally I like my laptop to have its own compartment, because now that this bag's full, getting my laptop is there's things in the way, I gotta grab it, there's pushing it, it's just annoying. So Tortuga said, worry not, we're going to allow you to access it from the side. Et voila, the laptop. Pretty cool, right? Really innovated here. Gave us like a quarter little design cut, which then makes grabbing your laptop a piece of cake. Love this. I still prefer the laptop being in its own section, but for a bag that isn't in its own section, this is a brilliant solution. It gives you additional accessibility without compromising anything, and giving you tons of durability and security by having these two zippers be lockable. Very cool, very well done. One of the best features of this bag. From there, we have a top handle, super basic, cheap nylon webbing, gets the job done though. Let's talk about comfort, because Tortuga are very good at making comfortable bags. Now, comfort comes down to two things: shoulder straps and back panel, how comfortable and ventilated those two things are. And it should also be noted though that everybody has different preferences with comfort. I like my stuff to be kind of in the middle. Not too coarse or firm, but not too fluffy. Kind of like a safe middle ground. It's like a mattress though. Everybody has different preferences. Some people like a soft mattress. Yeah, it's just really nice, it's comfy, and it's hard to make a comfy backpack. And the reason I know this is because, I don't know if you know this, but I'm actually building my own backpack. That's right, I don't just review bags, I'm actually building my own backpack, and I'm documenting it here on the Nomads Nation YouTube channel. So if you want to get a behind the scenes look at what it takes to build a game-changing laptop, techie, urban backpack, and you want to help me vote on some of the key features, be sure to check out the second link in the description below. That link will tell you more about the building a backpack project and where we currently are, and you can literally start voting on some of the key features of the bag right away. I hope to see you in your inbox. Back to this guy. These shoulder straps, I would say, are on the squishy side. It's like the waterbed of mattresses. It's got a squishiness to it in a way that feels really comfortable. That foam is very malleable, very soft. And the contoured shoulder strap cut helps us sort of fit the torso nicely. We've got a sternum strap for extra back support and a dangle stopper because your boy hates excess dangle. The sternum strap is adjustable in its height. And then notice up here, we have a couple external lash points as well. You can carry things on. It's always a good spot when you're out and about to carry your glasses. Overall though, it's really comfy. I like the squishiness of the shoulder straps, and that is further enhanced by this material. It's like a spandex. Nice hardware at the bottom. Woojin, great manufacturer. Probably the best, them and Duraflex. Dangle stoppers on the bottom, perfection. And the back panel has a little bit of three-dimensionality to it, right? You got this big cut down the middle, helps with airflow. Couple little holes here just to kind of keep the breathability, right? Because if it's just like a flat surface, it's gonna just plaster against your back, especially in those hot ass sweaty days when you're traveling around Bangkok and really nice stitching as well. Like, it's just a quality craftsman pack. Like, it's just a well-crafted pack. I'm not crazy about this though. The luggage pass-through holder. This is when you want to put the bag on the trolley, right? I usually prefer something a bit more robust. I'll be honest, I haven't tested this, but it seems a little flimsy. Like, it might not hold onto place very well, and maybe being so low might not be so good. It's usually more in the middle, but at least it is done in a way that you can keep your bag vertical. As opposed to many of these size bags, they require you to put your bag horizontal, which sucks, am I right? Let's talk about the pros and the cons of the Tortuga Laptop Backpack. Pro number one, insanely good materials, especially the Shell 200 main fabric. Pro number two, I'm really impressed with the comfort, especially of these shoulder straps. And pro number three, Tortuga knocked it out of the park with this side access for the laptop compartment. Perfection. But on the flip side, I have a few cons, and you're about to hear them. Con number one for me personally, these card pockets have no use whatsoever. I'm trying to think if I'd put anything in them. Con number two is when this front pocket is super packed out, it can compromise access to the main compartment. And con number three is, for me personally, I do prefer my bag to have its own tech compartment separate from the main compartment. But again, Tortuga adding this sort of back side access, it does help take the edge off for me. And if you are as enchanted as I and you're gonna make a purchase, just remember we do ask that you do so using the first link in the description. That'll make sure you get the best price, and we also oftentimes have discount codes, and it also helps us support our channel. Thank you very much. For the sale, you stick around for the alternative recommendations that I promised in the beginning, and here they are. Alternative recommendation number one is going to be the Modern Dayfarer Backpack V2. This will be for you if you kind of agree with me. You like the side access, but you just prefer your laptop to have its own separate compartment. Modern Dayfarer has a lot of the pros that the Tortuga Laptop Backpack has, but it has its own tech compartment, it has a shoe compartment, a little bit of a different look. It's awesome. And to learn more about that bag, simply take a look at the description below and you'll find a link to our full review. Alternative recommendation number two is going to be the Bellroy Transit Work Pack. These bags are actually very similarly constructed. This is a good option for you if you like the structure and everything of the Tortuga Laptop Backpack, but you want something with a little bit more style. Not that Tortuga is not stylish, but it's hard to argue that Bellroy is probably the most stylish. Minus the look, the bags are very similar, and we did a full review on the Bellroy Transit Workpack, which you can find in the description below. And finally, alternative recommendation number 3 is going to be the Air Pro Pack 20 liter. This is for you if you're looking for that sort of tech, protective backpack, but the $250 price point's a bit out of your reach. The Air Pro Pack 20 is like 175 bucks. Really solid materials, build, design, it's made by Air. And to learn more about that pack, just watch this video right here. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. I personally respond to every single one myself. Always appreciate you watching. My name's Aaron, this is Nomads Nation, and we'll catch you next time.